Evolving of indexes in programming languages. Indexes. An array type is a data type that is meant to describe a collection of elements, each selected by one or more indices that can be computed at runtime by the program. Such a collection is usually called an array variable, array value, or simply array. Indexing notation. Most programming languages that support arrays support the store and select operations and have special syntax for indexing. Early languages used parentheses. Index types. Array data types are most often implemented as array structures with the indices restricted to integer values. Index ranges fixed at array creation time and multilinear element addressing in some languages. However, array data types have the semantics of associative arrays with indices of arbitrary type and dynamic element creation. Index origin. Some languages, such as C, provide only zero-based array types for which the minimum valid value for any index is 0. This choice is convenient for array implementation and address computations. With a language such as C, a pointer to the interior of any array can be defined that will symbolically act as a pseudo-array that accommodates negative indices. Indexes in structured programming languages. Fortran, Pascal, C, C++. Fortran. Fortran uses a column-wise storage of matrices. Array indexes in Fortran starts by default at 1. Pascal supports arrays as in Turbo Pascal. Multidimensional arrays and packed arrays are also supported. Can combine the two arrays into one multidimensional array. Dynamic arrays. The array index is always zero-based. Array range is omitted. Initial length of the array is 0. C, C++. C has zero-based index. Declaring arrays. We can declare an array by specifying its data type, name, and the number of elements the array holds between square brackets immediately following the array name. For example, to declare an integer array which contains 100 elements, there are some rules on array declaration. The data type can be any valid C data types, including structure and union. The array name has to follow the rule of variable and the size of array has to be a positive constant integer. Initializing arrays. It is like a variable, an array can be initialized. To initialize an array, you provide initializing values which are enclosed within curly braces in the declaration and placed following an equal sign after the array name. Here is an example of initializing an integer array. Multidimensional arrays. An array with more than one index value is called a multidimensional array. All the array is called single-dimensional array. To declare a multidimensional array, you can do follow syntax. The number of square brackets specifies the dimension of the array. For example, to declare 2 dimensions integer array, we can do as follows. Indexes in object-oriented programming languages. Visual Basic, C#, Java. Visual Basic. A Visual Basic array is an object that contains a specified number of variables of the same type. Array elements are numbered starting from 0. Declare array. An array is declared using the dim keyword. Initializing arrays. As with other variable types, an array can be initialized during the declaration. When initializing an array, it is not necessary to specify the array dimension. The following example initializers are colors array. Similarly, an integer array would be initialized as follows. Assigning values to individual array elements. Once an array has been declared, it is often necessary to change the value of a particular array element. This is performed by referencing the array and the index of the element to be changed. For example, to change the value of the first element of a string array. Similarly, to change the second value of an integer array. Multidimensional array. A multidimensional Visual Basic array is nothing more than an array in which each array element is itself an array. C#. The array indexes start at 0. Arrays in C# work similarly to how arrays work in most other popular languages. Declaring array. When declaring an array, the square brackets must come after the type, not the identifier. Placing the brackets after the identifier is not legal syntax in C#. C# supports single-dimensional arrays, multi-dimensional arrays, and array of arrays. The following examples show how to declare different kinds of arrays.